On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Skyscraper.
A very tall building, typically one in a city.
Examples:
Skyscraper apartment house. Steel-framed skyscraper. The 50-floor skyscraper loomed over the city, dwarfing the other buildings.
Wonk.
A person who is very interested in or knowledgeable about a particular subject, especially one regarded as dry or nerdy.
Examples:
Book wonk. Tech wonk. The political wonk analyzed every detail of the debate.
Behaviorism.
A psychological approach that emphasizes the study of observable behaviors and the environmental factors that influence them, often without reference to internal mental processes.
Examples:
Behaviorism theory. Behaviorism approach. Some educators have adopted behaviorism techniques to reinforce positive behavior in their classrooms.
Midtown.
The central area of a city or town, typically a busy commercial or business district.
Examples:
Midtown traffic. Midtown coffee shop. The conference is being held in Midtown Manhattan.
Stepfather.
A man who is married to one's mother but is not one's biological father.
Examples:
Supportive stepfather. Stepfather role. I didn't get along with my stepfather when I was young, but now we're like best friends.
First-hand.
From the source, directly, adjective, received directly from a source.
Examples:
Hear customers' voices firsthand. Conduct first-hand research. The manager tried to hear customers' voices firsthand.
Crave.
To have a strong desire for something, to long for or want intensely.
Examples:
Crave chocolate. Crave advice from others. She craves success and is always pushing herself to do better.
Greenery.
Plant life, especially lush and flourishing vegetation.
Examples:
The greenery in a courtyard. Greenery environment. The city plans to add more greenery in public spaces to improve air quality and aesthetic.
Trespasser.
Someone who unlawfully enters or intrudes upon someone else's property or land without permission. A person who intentionally or unintentionally violates boundaries, rules, or limits.
Examples:
Trespasser on private property. Deal with a trespasser. The property owner caught a trespasser in the backyard and called the police.
Plaza.
A public square, marketplace, or similar open area in a town, especially in Spanish-speaking countries.
Examples:
Main Plaza, Memorial Plaza. 3 young men were busking in the shopping plaza.
Spartan.
Of or relating to Sparta, equals a prominent city-state in Laconia, in ancient Greece, or its people, showing self-discipline and determination, especially in the face of hardship or adversity.
Examples:
Spartan training, a Spartan diet. The soldier lived a Spartan lifestyle, with few possessions and luxuries.
Desolate.
Deserted, barren, or lonely, causing a feeling of sadness or hopelessness.
Examples:
A desolate scene, desolate moon. The deserted island was desolate and uninhabited.
Downright.
Especially of something bad, complete and absolute, utter, adverb, completely and absolutely.
Examples:
Downright nonsense, downright impossible. It was a downright lie that he would attend the event.
Plinth.
A heavy base or support on which a statue, column, or other architectural element rests, a platform or pedestal that raises something above its surroundings or provides a solid foundation.
Examples:
Marble plinth, bronze plinth. The statue was placed on a sturdy plinth in the park center.
Undesirable.
Not wanted or looked upon favorably, unwanted or unpleasant in nature, character, or appearance.
Examples:
Undesirable outcome, undesirable behavior. The smell of the garbage was very undesirable.
Bleak.
Unlikely to be favorable, unpleasantly cold and damp, offering little or no hope.
Examples:
Prospects were bleak. Bleak future. The political landscape looks bleak without a change of administration.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Wasteland.
A barren or uncultivated area of land that has been left deserted or uninhabitable, typically due to a natural disaster, pollution, or human destruction, a place or situation that is devoid of life or anything of value.
Examples:
Post-apocalyptic wasteland. Nuclear wasteland. The abandoned industrial site is now a wasteland of decaying buildings and rusted machinery.
Bankrupt.
Unable to pay one's debts, having been reduced to a state of financial ruin, lacking in something essential or fundamental.
Examples:
Bankrupt business. Financially bankrupt. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt and had to close its doors permanently.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Esplanade.
A wide, open area, typically by the sea or a river, used for recreational activities or public events.
Examples:
The esplanade along the lake. Esplanade Park. The lovely seaside esplanade provided a beautiful view of the ocean and a popular spot for evening walks.
Mock-up.
A full-scale or scaled-down model or representation of a design or concept, typically used for demonstration, evaluation, or testing purposes before the final product is produced.
Examples:
Mock-up design. Product mock-up. The designer created a website mock-up to get client feedback before finalizing the design.
Railing.
A horizontal barrier or fence supported by posts or columns, often used for safety or decorative purposes, particularly on balconies, staircases, or along the edge of a building or platform.
Examples:
Railing on the balcony. Wooden railing. The children held on to the railing tightly as they walked up the steep staircase.
Swirl.
To move in a circular or spiral pattern.
Examples:
Swirl the wine. Swirl up dirt and dust. The chef expertly swirled the sauce onto the plate.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Redo.
To do again, usually to correct or improve upon a previous attempt, to renovate or redesign something to make it better or more suitable.
Examples:
Redo a kitchen. Redo a project. I had to redo my entire presentation because the formatting was off.
Reshape.
To change the form or structure of something.
Examples:
Reshape education policy. Reshape my thoughts. The advent of the internet completely reshaped the manufacturing industry.
Swelter.
To feel extremely hot and uncomfortable.
Examples:
Swelter in their bulletproof vests. Swelter under the scorching sun. The heat was so intense that it made us swelter.
Geeky.
Characterized by an intense interest or expertise in a particular subject or hobby, sometimes to the detriment of social skills or other interests.
Examples:
Geeky gadgets. Geeky interests. He had a geeky sense of humor and loved to make puns.
Innovate.
To weaken or drain someone's physical, mental, or emotional energy or vitality, to make someone feel exhausted, debilitated, or lacking in strength or enthusiasm.
Examples:
Chronically enervate people. Enervate atmosphere. The heat of the day enervated the workers and slowed down productivity.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Degrade.
To make something worse, especially in quality, to show or treat someone in a way that makes them see no value and do not have the respect or reasonable opinion of others.
Examples:
Degrade his public image. Degrade environmental quality. You should not degrade yourself by allowing them to use you.
Upland.
An elevated or high-lying area of land, typically with a higher elevation than the surrounding area, often characterized by hills, mountains, or plateaus.
Examples:
Upland scenery. Upland game birds. We set up camp on the upland to enjoy the breathtaking view of the surrounding valleys.
Borough.
A town, city, or district that is an administrative unit, typically smaller than a city.
Examples:
Family borough. Borough boundaries. The Borough Council manages local services such as waste collection and street cleaning.
Landlocked.
Referring to a country or region that is surrounded by land with no direct access to the sea or ocean.
Examples:
Landlocked lake. Landlocked region. The landlocked country needed more access to ports and trade routes.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or ask to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Widen.
To become or make something broader, wider, more extensive.
Examples:
Widen in excitement. Widen a narrowed heart valve. He widened his investigation into a medical clinic.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Elevate.
To raise something from a lower to a higher position, to give a promotion to or assign to a higher position.
Examples:
Elevate educational standards. Elevate a close relationship. Eating food in a hurry elevates blood glucose levels.
Viaduct.
A long bridge or elevated structure, typically consisting of a series of arches or spans, used to carry a road, railroad, or canal over a valley, gorge, or other obstacle.
Examples:
Narrow viaduct. Railway viaduct. The highway passes over the valley on a viaduct, allowing for smooth traffic flow.
Phenomenally.
Extremely or exceptionally, especially in a way that is surprising.
Examples:
Phenomenally quick. Phenomenally gifted. He became phenomenally successful in the entertainment industry.
Disassemble.
To take apart, dismantle, or separate a device, machine, or other objects into its parts or components.
Examples:
Disassemble a machine. Disassemble furniture. The mechanic had to disassemble the engine to locate and fix the problem.
Gleam.
To reflect light in a way that creates a shining or bright and attractive appearance, to become visible or apparent.
Examples:
Gleam in eyes. Gleam like honey. The diamond ring gleamed in the sunlight, catching everyone's eye.
Non-stop.
Without intermediate stops between source and destination.
Examples:
A non-stop run. Non-stop talk. We tend to choose non-stop flights when we travel.
Vigilant.
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Examples:
Vigilant watch. Vigilant about hand washing. The guards had to remain vigilant to ensure the safety of the high security facility.
Outset.
The beginning of something.
Examples:
Month's outset. The outset of the crisis. At the outset of the project, we encountered several obstacles.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
Viol instrument. Viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.